Hi, good day, and welcome back to T Junction. I'm your host, Tracy McLean Lowe, and this week I was down in Union Station taking a walk along the path. Kind of like feels like the path to nowhere. There's such a long walkway, so many shops to see. But I was just doing the commute around, and it was a beautiful day outside. Sun was shining, glorious winter's day, and this is me on the path to nowhere in particular on this wonderful day. That was Tuesday, the 20th of February. Now, the business that we're going to talk about today is bad business, fake business. Um, and there's a lot of it about. There really is so much of it about. You've got, and I'm going to specifically talk about some jobs that are being posted online via Facebook, people looking for part-time workers and stuff like that, and how fake businesses are actually putting they're putting out adverts saying they've got work for a weekend. You can earn anywhere between 250 and 400 for working a couple of days. They don't tell you what the job is about. They don't tell you where it's situated. And I'm finding the administration on a lot of these sites are not, they are tolerating, they're far too lenient with the lack of information these people are providing. One doesn't want to actually go and apply for a job, regardless of how much money is going to be earned, you're going to be earning, unless you know you're capable of doing the job or that you want to do the job. You can't fit round pegs in square holes, although you'd have an easier chance of fitting a round peg into a square hole than you would having a square peg into a round hole. But nonetheless, people want to know what they're applying for. They don't have to travel too far or spend too much money on travel to get there. They want to know whether it's cash or whether they're going to have to wait a month. They want to know if they're going to have to sign contracts. They want to know if it's a, they want to know what type of job it is. So is it in sales? Is it telephone sales? Is it walking around dropping off leaflets? Because they're applying for this job hoping that they're going to have some value putting out there. And a lot of the stuff people don't want to do. They're doing menial jobs that have no purpose or no actual reason for being. Or they're being lied to. They are not going to get paid the money that they say they're going to get paid. Or they will get paid, but it'll take them 60 days to get paid. So that takes a while. Plus, they've got to put out the invoices. This then makes them self-employed. And there's a whole lot of a rigmarole around these things that makes this kind of application out there on the internet or via social media bad for business. Because not only is it bad for the businesses putting out such limited information, they could be getting any random people in. They want to know they're going to get qualified people applying for the jobs that they're putting out there, or at least somebody who wants to be in that kind of position. Otherwise, you've got to sift through. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack at that point, looking for the person who really, really wants to work for you to do the job, has the skills to do the job, or wants to learn the skills to do the job. You can't have somebody in there that really doesn't care, will be there for all of 5 minutes, and you're going to be re-asking people to come and apply for this job again and again and again, which means a high turnover of staff, which means both you and your staff are unreliable. So while this is bad for business, you've also got to know as a business that you could get any type of person applying. So even when you are trying to put out the details of your business or your information, you want to know that you are not going to be scammed, trolled, stalked, or anything else by the people applying for those jobs. Granted, there is things like Indeed, or you can hook up via LinkedIn for direct to people CVs. But people are trying to make more and more shortcuts to get people to work for them and to apply for jobs, which means we're not doing our job properly by finding the right people. So, and then when you say people don't want jobs, it's not that they don't want jobs, they don't want to waste their time applying for a job they don't want to do. Not everybody is suitable for every job. We as businesses, as employers, need to know that. And as those who want to be employed need to realize as well, stop trying to take shortcuts with your employment and your career. You can't do that. That is bad for business. Don't expect huge, high salaries because the moment somebody's turning around and saying that they're going to give you high salaries, you've got to be warned that it may just be too good to be true. What do you have to do to get this money? Or will you just actually end up at this job and get trafficked across the border? When people go missing, these kind of scams happen all the time. And it feels like I'm putting a fear of God into everybody on this one. But it is bad for business. It's bad. It stops other people then applying to legitimate businesses. And if legitimate businesses aren't going to put the correct details up about the job and around, we can see where the circle is going. What else do we have to? Well, I'm specifically with myself. I'm in modeling and acting, and within the independent sector, you've got just as many strange, well, I don't say strange people, you've got just as many a variety and diversity of people doing these jobs. You've got at least 80% of them are fully legitimate. The ones that are fully legitimate are not going to promise you the world. They are not going to guarantee you a job. They can't. There's so many different types of jobs, so many different types of people that are wanted. And for example, I myself am a mature female white model slash actor. I can't apply for all the jobs, you know. But if somebody turns around and says, oh, they're looking for a model with no age barriers or age limits or height limitations or stuff like that, and they're going to pay me money for it, then I think, okay, great. Then I'm going to apply for it. But if they're going to turn around and tell me it's going to cost me $600 or $700 or $1,000 to join them, I can be assured they are likely a scam because they'll say, oh, join us and we will guarantee you work. No, what they can only guarantee is they're going to take your money, and if you're lucky, you might get work. If you really think about it, if anybody's doing any self-promotion, if one is a self-employed contractor or freelancer in acting or modeling, you know that if somebody wants to be your agent, they will get you some work, and through the work that they actually get you, they will then get their money. This may not be the most fantastic work. It might be small, little jobs. They may be limited to background to start off with, just to get your feet wet, like I did as well. But you've also got to take a look at so many independent people out there who will take advantage of new models or new actors into the business, by saying, "Oh, well, you're new into this business, so what do you know? Will you be more prepared to?" I mean, I know when I started out back in 2016, I was so excited about doing some modeling and fashion. When somebody said, "Oh, we've got this job for you and we need you to pay for the flights," I wasn't fully aware that if they really wanted me, a business wanted me to do them, be their model for them, they would pay for my flights. They would pay for my hotel. So unfortunately, my stupid fault, I lost money out of it. But in the same tone, they were advertising for a huge makeup company, one of the biggest makeup companies in Canada. Um, I was to be this model for, and they were going to give me this money. So to me, it was a huge, as starting out again, it was like such a huge ego boost. And that is the other problem. A lot of us are living on our egos today. I cannot say I'm any different. I watch my followers going up on Instagram or whatever, and when they go up, I get all excited. People get to see me, but I don't know what kind of people. I have found people who are then trying to say to me, "I must join this religion, or I must give them this much money, or I have some random. I sort of like followed one of my favorite artists online." And then they contact me and I think, oh, is this a real person or is this somebody else? So you talk and it sounds pretty real, but then you're thinking, if I can find this stuff out on internet about the news and stuff, what's been going on in this personality's life, then surely any scammer can. So they can stand almost as real. Then this person will tell you, I'm going to give you this great opportunity. You can contact this casting agent and they'll sort you out and get you a lovely job. Then the casting agent comes back to you and says, oh, yeah, but that's going to cost you $650. Sorry, what? Then no, it's all a real thing. Then a couple of days later, all the messaging disappears, and suddenly this personality that you were once talking to is now an entirely other personality with another name and another picture. It took 3 weeks or so for the entirety of this account to disappear from my links. But these are the kinds of scams that on a one-to-one level as a person may not seem like it's going to affect anybody specific. But really, in reality, I was given the name of an actual real agency, not their real email address, of course, not their real contact details, not the real people, but they were certainly pretending to be a real business, a real modeling agent who are now going to charge you a lot of money to join them. And this is also bad for business because who is out there faking being you or your business? How much money is your business losing because there's some scam artist also online faking doing your business, stealing the money, faking being you, and suddenly you and your business are in an awful lot of trouble. How do we stop this? One never knows. We do. I mean, they're trying all sorts of things to stop scam business. I mean, you've got to remember we've had the cryptocurrency and all sorts of stuff going on. We've got fake ads like this particular one with Dr. Oz. Not that I'm a particular fan of Dr. Oz, but they're putting things up there saying that these people are advertising cryptocurrency or holidays or businesses or anything like that. And they're not. It's just an AI scam, faking an actual product, faking an actual, using a real personality's name and taking that personality down with them. Granted, there are a lot of personalities out there doing these businesses, but when somebody turns around and tells me online some advert that Keanu Reeves wants me to join him in this whole finance crypto, I know by this stage, you've got to realize this is a scam. There is just no way that Keanu Reeves is going to do that kind of thing. Sorry for the name use, Keanu. Sorry for dropping the name. Hope it, but yeah. And I mean, the same goes for Kim Kardashian. What does she know about cryptocurrency? Some guy offers her a lot of money to go out and promote his cryptocurrency. She really has no financial clue as to how this actually works. She's getting paid a whole bunch of money not to actually invest, but just to use her face and her fame to promote this product to a bunch of fools like, hey, myself, for example, who's going to get conned. Lucky for me, I don't have enough money to get conned with or to give away for financial reasons or otherwise. But these are the kinds of scams that are affecting careers. Kim Kardashian had to pay out a lot of money for lying to her followers about a cryptocurrency that went belly up within a very short period of time, in retro speaking. We've got businesses out there in the real world that have been going for 100, 200 years without too much sort of like scams and uh, fraud going along the way. But at the same time, we've got these new businesses in the last sort of like 30 years that have been coming up. Most of them are scams. Forbes isn't doing real businesses, they're just a PR tool for people wanting to commit more scams. The 30 under 30 debacle comes at a name. But anyway, these are all things that are bad for business. And whether it's the romance scams or this famous person promotes this, please buy it scam, or you're a model or an actor, and be warned, be very careful. There's a lot of fakes out there. And hey, I'm here back on the path. I was trying to put a video up, but the video was too big, so gonna have to rethink that option. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us. That is business, basically in general, retail or otherwise. Scams affect us all. And please do like and subscribe our channel. I am Tracy McLean Lone, and this has been T Junction. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend in Toronto West End. Bye.